Imagine for a moment that you're walking through a forest. The trees are tall and wise, standing still, and yet they seem to breathe with the wind, swaying gently, almost as if they're teaching you something without even saying a word. And then, as you wander deeper, you see a curious little animal darting across your path, and you pause. You could judge it for being fast, for being small, for being something different, or you become deeply curious about it, about its journey, about how it moves, in ways that are uniquely its own. You might feel something shift within you, an awareness of how delightful it can be to just observe, just to learn. Now imagine this playful curiosity flowing freely through you, without effort, without the need to know more, to always be in control, or to always have the answers. And what if, instead of needing to be ahead, you were instead walking side by side with others, hearing their stories, feeling their perspectives, and being genuinely curious about what they have to share? You see, the more you open yourself to being curious, the more the world around you opens up. You might even find yourself thinking about how much richer your connections are when you simply let go of needing to teach, needing to be more than anyone else. The truth is, in every conversation, there's an opportunity to learn something new. And in that moment, your curiosity becomes the key that unlocks the door to understanding, to compassion, to connection. It's fascinating, isn't it? How simple it can be to allow others to show you something new. Imagine your natural response becomes to listen, to lean in with interest, and to genuinely wonder, what is it I can learn here? What can I discover in this exchange? Every person, every interaction becomes an exciting opportunity to uncover something precious, something valuable, simply because you choose curiosity over judgment. You see, the need to always know more, to always feel like you need to have the answers, can sometimes build a wall. And yet curiosity breaks that wall, and instead it opens up a space for connection. It creates a flow where you don't have to be the expert, because you're always learning, always discovering, always growing. And with that, what becomes possible for you when you truly allow yourself to just be present, just to enjoy the moment, without needing to teach or even be right. There's a beauty in being able to sit back and to allow others to share their wisdom, to teach you something. You might even notice how much lighter you feel when you stop judging what others bring to the table, and instead you let their stories unfold like a gentle stream flowing around you. Every word, every gesture becomes a piece of the puzzle of understanding. And you no longer need to rush to solve it, because the journey itself is the reward. Isn't it curious how when you open yourself to the possibilities, there's always more to discover? The world becomes a playground of endless learning. You may even find, in this openness, you start to notice more. You begin to see things you hadn't seen before. Perhaps even a small shift within you starts occurring. The idea you must always be the teacher, the expert, begins to fade, and in its place, a new way of being emerges. A way of being deeply interested, being curious, and wholeheartedly engaged in the dance of discovery. So imagine how fun this could be, how much lighter, more joyful, more playful your interactions with those have become. You might even notice this shift brings more excitement into your life, more playfulness into relationships, and a genuine connection with people who may in fact have things to teach you that you never expected. As you begin to embrace this new mindset, you'll notice the ease with which others begin to open up to you, to share with you. The curiosity you radiate, it invites them to share their perspectives without fear or judgment. And you become the mirror, reflecting their thoughts back in ways that help them grow, just as you grow by embracing their words, their ideas, their insights. And the beauty of it is, there's no pressure, there's no need to rush. You can take your time, ask more questions, explore more possibilities. It's like you're peeling back layers of understanding, layer by layer. And with each question you ask, with each moment of deep curiosity, you find a new piece of the puzzle, and with it, you find yourself becoming more connected, more open, more alive in the process. So what would it feel like in that very moment to let go of the need to always know more, and instead to open up fully to the joy of discovering, of listening, of being curious with all your heart? Imagine that curiosity becoming your default, your natural response to others, to every situation and every person. And notice how light it feels, how free, how open you are to the world around you. As you move forward, you'll find each interaction becomes a little bit easier, a little bit more natural, because curiosity is guiding you. And curiosity opens doors you didn't even know were there. So the more you allow curiosity to guide your journey, the more you allow your relationships to grow, your understanding to deepen, and your joy to expand. Isn't it amazing how simple yet powerful curiosity can be? You might even notice, just for a moment, how easy it is to forget the need to always be ahead, to always be in control. And yet, what if you didn't have to always know the answers? What if there's a deeper wisdom in simply being present and allowing the answers to unfold naturally without trying to force them? What if you realized, in being fully present, you're actually giving others the space to show you something new, something valuable, something you couldn't have even seen without their perspective? Just imagine, what if you could let go of the need to judge others before they even speak, and instead you open yourself to the possibility of learning from them? It's almost as if, in this space, you're free to be curious, in ways that lighten you, make you feel open, like the doors to your mind are swinging wide open, allowing fresh ideas, new experiences, and deeper connections to flood in with ease. Picture this for a moment. You're sitting across from someone. You don't feel the need to compete or compare. Instead, there's a softening in you, a willingness to listen, to understand, to wonder. You're curious, and that curiosity becomes like a magnet, drawing out the best in the other person, drawing out their wisdom, their insights, their story. You might not even be fully aware of it, but the more you lean in to that curiosity, the more you're allowing something deeper to unfold, and the more you're able to recognize how much richer your connection can be when you stop trying to outknow the other person and instead outlisten them. Because curiosity becomes a lens through which the world shifts, and suddenly things that once seemed confusing or even frustrating, they now feel like opportunities, little pockets of treasures waiting for you to explore. You can almost feel it, can't you? That subtle shift from judgment to curiosity, from needing to be ahead to simply being right here, right now. And as you make this shift, you may notice how much easier it is to give people the space they deserve, to let them be themselves without your expectations holding them back, without you needing to figure them out or change them. It's as if you're letting go of a heavy burden, one that was tied to the belief that you always had to know more, always had to be in the driver's seat. And in that release, you make room for something else, the joy of discovery, the joy of watching others reveal themselves, unfold in front of you, knowing the more you're curious, the more you learn. With each new discovery, you start to see yourself in a new light. You realize you don't have to be an expert, because by embracing others, by letting them share, you become more, you become wiser, deeper, richer in experience. And as you give this part of yourself more room to grow, this part of you that wants to understand, that longs to hear the stories of others, something even deeper happens. With every question you ask, every time you show genuine interest, you're tapping into a flow, a natural rhythm, a dance of curiosity that becomes more natural with each step. The more you lean into it, the more you find yourself genuinely enjoying the process, no longer driven by the need to be more, but by the pure excitement of learning something new. Now let's imagine you're engaging in a conversation. The words are flowing effortlessly, and instead of grasping for the next thing to say, you're listening deeply. With every word the other person shares, there's a part of you that feels expanded, that feels richer for having heard their truth. There's an awareness in you that every conversation holds the potential to unlock new pieces of understanding, pieces of the puzzle that you've been waiting for. It's not about proving anything, it's about discovering, about being swept into a moment of curiosity, of connection, of play. What if you realised in these moments, when you let go of needing to be ahead or in control, you actually gain something deeper, something that can't be measured in knowledge or titles or credentials? What if in letting go of the idea that you always needed to know more, you actually discover a far richer, more exciting reality where everyone, every interaction is an invitation to see the world through someone else's eyes? You can almost feel it now, how lighter your shoulders feel when you stop holding on to the weight of having to be the expert. How much easier it is to relax into the moment, to smile and to truly listen. What if just by opening your heart and mind, you begin to see things in an entirely new way? What if you let go of trying to control the conversation and simply enjoy it? Enjoy the playful dance of curiosity, of learning, of growing together. And as you continue down this path, you start to realise the more you embrace this way of being, the more natural it becomes. You don't need to think about it. You simply become curious. And each time you become curious, you unlock more, learn more, and connect more deeply with all those around you. This curiosity starts to expand within you, almost like a seed that's been planted deep inside your mind. And with each moment, with each conversation, that seed grows. It flourishes, spreading its roots deeper and deeper into your life, helping you to see that being curious, it isn't just a behaviour, it's a way of being, a way of engaging the world, showing up in your relationships, of allowing yourself to learn with others, instead of from them, a way of truly sharing, a true connection, truly experiencing life in its fullest form. And now you might notice how, with every passing day, curiosity becomes your natural state, your default. No longer do you feel the need to measure others or judge them. No longer do you feel that you have to be more. Instead, you simply become curious. And in that curiosity, everything shifts. You begin to see, you begin to understand, and you begin to connect with others in ways that you never imagined were possible.